if you want to get the most out of this Osmo Pocket, you'll utilize the Pro features and switch that auto to de-Cine-like. Hey, welcome to part 4 of my review of the Osmo Pocket. You know, if you really want to get the most out of this Osmo Pocket, use its professional features. For example, the first thing you should do is take it out of automated color and put it in de-Cine-like. What happens when you put it in de-Cine-like is in your post-production, when you're editing it, when you're editing the video, you can do some color correction. Here's what de-Cine looks like right out of the camera. And here's what it looks like after it's color corrected. You know, while I was shooting for this video, I looked on my computer and I'm running out of memory, so such is the life of someone who shoots a lot of video. You gotta buy a lot of memory. So a little detour to Best Buy to grab a 4 terabyte external memory hard drive. Let's continue. So right now I'm recording at 1080, 30 frames per second, shooting in de-Cine-like so that I can do some color correction in post. But the sun is at the camera's back, so I'm using it to light the subject, which is me right now. The gimbal, obviously the gimbal can't account for steps and walking, so you get that little bounce when you step, but the more deliberate you are with your steps, and the combination with this amazing gimbal, when you're using a gimbal for your DSLRs, the biggest advantage is the weight, because the weight helps with the balancing to keep the shake to a minimal. But being such a light camera, such a light device, the gimbal on it works quite phenomenally. Being able to switch from 4K to 1080, utilizing 60 frames per second, utilizing Cinelog so you can color correct and post, or just using auto color. And if you're just using it for social media, that will be perfectly fine. And I think you'll find the video quality to be quite good. But if you're looking for something more professional and you want to get the most out of this camera, de-Cine-like so that you can do color correction and post. This is auto color. This is the look you get with auto color. Compare that with de-Cine-like right out of the camera. Now, as you're looking at de-Cine-like right out of the camera, let's take this de-Cine-like and color grade it, color correct it. So which is better? De-Cine-like, color graded, or auto color, and you don't have to worry about any editing? Again, if you're making a production for something professional, I recommend you using de-Cine-like and utilizing all the pro settings on this camera. But if you're just posting to social media, I think you're going to find that normal color, auto color rather, is going to look just fine on your Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc., etc. Here's another location. Looking down the railroad tracks, this is auto color. And this is de-Cine-like color graded. What do you think? Which looks better? Color graded de-Cine-like or normal color right out of the camera with no editing? Like I said, if you're using it for professional purposes, utilize the professional tools in this camera. But if you're just posting to social media, man, that picture looks real good right out of the camera. That's 1080p, auto color, looks good. Out of the camera, pretty good video. Here we are in auto color. And here we are in detinalike after color correction. And here's normal color. I think that normal color looks really, really good right out of the camera. No editing needed. Now we're recording at 1080 at 60 frames per second so that we can slow it down a little bit. Do 50% slow motion. If you want to take it to another level, put it in 4K. But as you can see, if you do put it in 4K and take it out of 1080, there is a little bit of a crop factor if you are editing in 1080. 4K, decinalike, gives you a lot of flexibility to create the best possible picture in post for your outgoing production video. Now we're recording at 1080 at 60 frames per second so that we can slow it down a little bit. Do 50% slow motion.
Now recording at 1080 at 60 frames per second so that we can slow it down a little bit. Do 50% slow motion.